Last December, the BJP swept to power in the three North Indian states of Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Now it appeared that the BJP was now confined to the north, and the Congress, apart from a solitary Himachal Pradesh, had only Karnataka. And now this north-south debate has gained momentum, particularly in Karnataka, where a series of statements by top leaders have said that the state is being given a raw deal economically. Is there really a north-south divide, or is this a last-ditch opposition strategy to consolidate its power base in the south? Joining me to discuss this are my colleagues Kartikeya, Sharma and Sudha, Sadanand. Welcome to the News9 Plus Show.
Thank
Kartikeya,
you, Sandeep.
What's going on in Karnataka? Is Karnataka planning to break away from the Indian Union?
No, I think it's not about Karnataka.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of history to it. If you look at the Navnirman Andolan, if you look at when emergency was in force, the maximum protest took place in North India, and the joke was that once the emergency was over and the elections took place, the impact of that emergency never crossed beyond the Vindhyas.
Yes.
So Indira Gandhi ended up getting 190 seats from the south,
Right.
and whereas the entire North India was swept by Janata Party, they
Yes.
got 281 seats,
Right.
and Indira Gandhi had 190 seats. So
Yeah.
this is when in the Congress lost a huge big election, its first election. So South has behaved differently when it comes to protests,
Right.
or even national protests.
Yeah.
Secondly, in 1971 and 1981, between that Indira Gandhi made a very historic decision.
Yeah.
And that decision was when delimitation had to take place,
Right.
Indira Gandhi, Indira Gandhi led Congress took the decision saying that we will not go for delimitation of Lok Sabha because it will work against the four southern states, because they are the one, this is between
Right.
71 and 81, they are the one who have actually implemented the family planning program, and just because their numbers are less in terms of population, they will lose representation there. So this feeling of representation in Delhi, secondly the way South behaved post 1977, and third the reality that the BJP is not in power in any of the South Indian states.
It lost Karnataka.
5 South
last
Indian
year.
states,
Yes.
has I think pressed home this idea to non-BJP parties that maybe they can galvanize themselves from the south.
Maybe they can galvanize themselves in the south. Very important point then. Sudha, as Kartikeya was mentioning, the first defeat of the Congress in 77, and what happens 11 months after that defeat? The Congress surges back to power in the states, in Andhra and in Karnataka. So that comes as a big boost, for the states, for the Congress in the states. But do you see this as part of a strategy like Kartikeya is mentioning, that
Well,
we
I think
build from the south and build back up?
Yeah, cut from 70s to right now,
Yeah.
what has happened is that it was particularly very visible, and it was visible earlier, like Kartikeya said, but it's become very stark and in your face, and nothing can obliterate it now.
Right.
Also because of this entire dispensation, they seem to be more against Mr. Modi than anything else. So they actually make the mistake of replacing Modi with BJP and vice versa, as it were.
Absolutely. And Sudha, I'm going to interrupt you.
Sure.
Shaina is just joining us.
Okay.
Shaina, welcome to the News9 Plus Show.
Thank you. Thank
Shaina,
you.
what do you make of these noises coming out of Karnataka, these very vocal protests saying that we're being given a raw deal, the South is being given a raw deal by the North, and does it have to do with the fact that Mr. Modi is virtually unassailable, it looks like, in the Lok Sabha polls?
So I think in a country as large as India, you're bound to have diverse opinions, and welcome to that.
Right.
I mean, we can have so many people have echoing different sentiments, but the point and the fact of the matter is the Prime Minister currently is the most popular leader, not just in India, but world over, for reasons best known to all. You take the Labhartis, you take the welfare schemes that have percolated down to the poorest of poor. Having said that, the dynamics in the south and the dynamics in the north are also different, and we take cognizance of it, but there's no stepfatherly treatment given. There have been schemes, whether it's Ayushman Bharat, Ujjwala, Mudra Banking, Jan Dhan, infrastructure projects, which have percolated, and the south has also seen, because our vote share has only gone up.
Yes.
So I won't read too much into this.
Right, absolutely. And Kartikeya, this point of, the Congress saying, look, we've lost the North and, we're a party of the South and we've just got 2 states. I think it tends to mask the fact that the Congress did pretty well in the North Indian states. It may not have won the 3 states that we just spoke of, but it's got it's held on to its vote shares in all 3 states.
I think it's a reflex action. When Indira Gandhi lost 77, she went to South.
Yeah.
When Sonia wanted to come in into the electoral politics,
she went to Bellary.
She went to South. So it's the reflex action of the Gandhis. But I would say, there's a South as one entity to be pitted against North. I don't think it's going to work. See, what has worked is the issue of regional pride, Asmita. Like, for example, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi worked his campaign around Gujarati Asmita, it worked. Or, for example, Naveen Babu's regional pride in Odisha, it works. Or when you work, or for example, Bal Thakre's Shiv Sena. It was on the regional Marathi pride. But I don't think that there is something called a South Indian constituency right now. And if you look at the voting pattern of Karnataka and Telangana, you realize that the Congress, when it made government in both the states, they cannibalized regional parties. Hindutva vote remained intact in Karnataka, it went up in Telangana. So what Congress did was to cannibalize BRS in Telangana and Deve Gowda's party in Karnataka. So I think the dynamic is very different. I would say that local matchmaking is going to work better than this larger scheme of things, the rubric they are trying to bring. For example, getting Sharmila to campaign. I think it's a better strategy in, working on a South pride. Because are you saying that it's against North? This sort of a politics is not going to pay dividends in Lok Sabha.
I think we are looking at the very larger picture, but I think as of now it's about devolution of taxes. And Karnataka feels very cheated because, the devolution of taxes does not dovetail the performance of states at all. So Bihar and UP are right on top, whereas Karnataka, which pays a lot more, does not get its share of the pie. And they feel, and of course it all started with a very secessionist comment by D.K. Suresh, who happens to be an MP from Bengaluru Rural and also the younger brother of D.K. Shivakumar, Deputy Chief Minister, which I think is secessionist. But the point is, it's about it's about economics. It's not so much about this, that or the other.
News9 Plus. Download now.